What's going on, guys? It's High Rider here, and I'm not on my phaser today. I'm not on my FZ because I crashed it. No, that's a bad joke. I didn't crash it. That's terrible. I'm sorry. Not crashed. Can confirm. All good. It's securely tucked away at home in bed. But at home is a long way away, because today I'm down towards Lake's Entrance. I'm up in the Gippsland area, and this is an area that was devastated by the bushfires back in December and January, and an area that I'm very much familiar with in a few ways. So I'm down here visiting my good mate Dave. He's got a channel as well. He's got Wheelwork, so go ahead and check him out. He's on his CBR 600 that's behind me, and he's done a few mods and a few videos on doing some mods to that, so go check him out, go give him some love. So we're sort of just out here today. We're heading sort of from out towards Orbost Way up to a place called Buchan. Buchan has a lot of personal significance to me because as you know sort of from previous videos, I am a volunteer firefighter, and I was down this way fairly early January actually. I was in Buchan. We spent a good solid week out here, and then I spent another several days afterwards working with a volunteer organisation, providing cooking food and things like that. So it's really good getting up here and checking out the regrowth, and you know, these are areas that were quite heavily impacted by the bushfires. And all these communities, it's really sad, they haven't really had an opportunity to recover from any of this, because back in you know, when the bushfires happened, all the roads down this way were just completely closed off. There was no way of getting here unless you had a permit and all that sort of stuff. So it had a really massive impact on some of these towns, which really just survive off of tourism. Yeah, it was quite sad. And then, you know, there was a good solid maybe month or so where stuff was open. They had ads out for encouraging people to come visit the Gippsland areas and any of those bushfire affected areas. That was a terrible gear shift, by the way. And you know, people came, and then you know, as little as a month later, the global pandemic that is known as COVID-19 coronavirus hit, and it had a massive impact on tourism again. And anyone that's aware of what's happened in Victoria, we went through some of the strictest lockdown in all of the world, and we were really restricted into being able to visit a lot of these areas. The fact that you literally could not. Those that were in the metropolitan area of Melbourne weren't able to travel anywhere past 5 kilometres from their own home. You know, and Lake's Entrance is a good 3.5 hour drive. So a lot of these areas were really heavily impacted by financial loss and economical devastation, just from not just the bushfires but also the follow-on effects from COVID-19. So these places have suffered quite a lot financially, because there's been no way for them to have that, you know, that tourist money that comes in that they survive off. So I mean, in a way, I guess I wanted to be able to sort of put out a bit of a quick video just to show, you know, regional Victoria is open, and I guess highlight some of the devastation and loss that these communities went through. A lot of them lost their homes, their livelihoods, their businesses, and unfortunately a lot of them lost their lives. And it's something that's had a significant impact on these local communities that survive off this tourism, and you know, their businesses rely on people coming in and buying pies and buying fuel and all that sort of stuff. You know, it's just small town stuff that keeps them alive. So please come and visit, come and spend some money. You've had all of coronavirus to be saving up your money because you haven't been able to go anywhere and spend it on shoes, because you haven't needed shoes, because you haven't left your house. But you know what? You've got the dollars, come and spend it up this way. I'm going to leave you some enjoyable, beautiful scenery of this fantastic area. And that's my camera out.
Good evening. It's been described as hell on earth. Massive bushfires have turned a huge area of East Gippsland into a disaster zone.
Her home burning, one of an unknown number destroyed in the town. Flames came to the water's edge. Here, a boat hire shop burns.
For at least another day, we've been told.
The fire was so big, it caused a spike in Malakuta's official temperature from 27.8 to 49 degrees in 2 minutes.
Many homes have been burnt to the ground in a disaster zone that stretches east from Bairnsdale through Sarsfield and Bruthen all the way to the New South Wales border.
The extent of the disaster becomes bleakly apparent from the air. Kilometre after kilometre of utter devastation.
That's right, Mike. This primary school used to be the heart and soul of a close-knit community.